as far as booktube etiquette goes. Just from my perspective, from my opinion. So let's get into the video. Okay, so hello, Booktube Worms. I'm Capri and I'm coming to you from my messy ass room. If you guys could see what my room looked like after I came back from BookCon, I literally just threw everything out of my suitcase. It's a disaster in here. Today, I'm coming to you to talk about a couple things that I noticed, some things that I wanted to bring up. If you don't know what booktube etiquette is, booktube etiquette is something that has been brought up recently, and it's something that I've had a conversation with a few other booktubers about, and it's pretty much just giving the creator the respect and the recognition they deserve for the things that they use and the things that they create. As far as readathons and tags and videos and ideas and collabs, all of that, anytime you do something with another creator or you do something that another creator started, they should get the proper recognition. So we're going to start right from the tippy top. My biggest issue with people that don't have booktube etiquette is the fact that they don't have booktube etiquette for smaller creators. Like, they'll see a video that's really popular and they won't do the background check of finding out who created it or whatever unless it's their friend. If it's their friend, then they know, oh, okay, my friend did this, let me just shout out my friend, talk about their channel, whatever. But the thing is, usually the times that this happens is with booktubers that are already really popular. So it's like, if you're following along for your friend's readathon or your friend's book club or your friend's tag and they're already a well-known booktuber, giving them the recognition is important because they are a creator, but it's not as important or as dire as it is for smaller creators. If you do a tag or follow along a readathon for a small creator and they put their time and their effort and their creativity into something for free, you need to make sure that you give them the recognition so they at least benefit from that. Especially, oh my god, this is the thing that pisses me off. I've seen people follow along readathons from smaller creators like Sailor Moonathon and not give the proper recognition, and it really annoys me because I feel like if it was their friend or if it was something that they was like well known in the book community or someone that they could benefit from shouting out in their video, they would make sure that they shouted them out within that video, like hands down. But when they're smaller creators or people that they don't really know, they put less effort into using the proper etiquette, which is a problem because smaller creators already have a hard enough time getting views, getting recognition, establishing a community, all of that, especially if they're not friends with a lot of the bigger booktubers. You know, you have to get in where you fit in, you know what I'm saying? So, but people follow along with it and they know that they're a big creator, they know that they have a bigger platform, and they don't give the proper recognition. So if you do a tag, a readathon, a book club, any of that, whatever, you need to make sure that you give the creator the proper recognition. Period. It doesn't matter if they're your friend, it doesn't matter if they have a big platform, small platform, whatever, but you need to 100% make sure that the platforms and the people that you're focusing on the most are the smaller creators, because we need all the recognition we can get, you know what I'm saying? So when you're putting your time, your effort, and your creativity into something, and it's like your little baby, you know, you want people to follow along, you're excited about it, but when you're a bigger booktuber and you follow along with these type of things, you need to make sure that you give the proper recognition, because it's, one, it's disrespectful, two, it's using your platform incorrectly. If you have all these people following you, all these people engaging with you, and you're following along something smaller, you need to give them the proper recognition, period. That's number one. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, the best way to give someone proper recognition, like for me, if I tag someone in the video, if I do something that's a readathon or whatever, I make sure that I tag the people, I say their name, I put their headers, their tags, their Twitters, whatever in my video. I'll either put pictures of them, I'll pop up little icons of their profile pictures, or I'll also include their names, I'll talk about their channels, and I'll put it in my description box. You can also pin a comment to whatever video you're doing. If you're following along for readathon, you can pin a comment listing the person, their channel, all of their handles, everything, and give them the proper recognition using your platform. That's the proper etiquette. So let's just make sure we're checking off the list right, okay? So the first thing is you could use the pictures of the person, You could include their headers, their handles, whatever into your video. You could pin a comment on your video, you know, in the comment section so everybody can see it. You can put it in the description. You can also tag them in Twitter. And another thing is that if you're a bigger creator, if you're someone that has more recognition, someone that has a bigger platform, you need to make sure that you're doing the proper research on the person's channel, on the person themselves, so that you can make sure that when you mention what they created, whether it's a readathon, video, tag, whatever, you give them the proper little description, because everybody doesn't know who you're talking about. You can't just say, oh, I'm doing this readathon, and just throw it out the window, because if I see that, I'm gonna check you. I checked a couple bigger booktubers, you know, talking about readathons from smaller creators and not mentioning their name, not mentioning who created it, not mentioning anything about it. Like, you don't have to give like a detailed summarization research paper of the creator and who they are or whatever, but give them the proper recognition, give them the proper, like, follow the proper etiquette, follow the proper procedures that you do for your besties or the people that you're using at the time to get more recognition.
And
you know, whatever you want to call them. So, like I said, it's really important to make sure that you give everyone the proper recognition. You know, sometimes people really just don't want to add in the editing, especially if you just started your channel. You really don't want to, you're still trying to get used to editing and stuff like that, which is understandable. But there's no excuse for people that are bigger booktubers that have been doing this for years. And there's no excuse for being lazy. I've seen certain people shout out with no problem. They're friends, you know, whoever they're rolling with at the moment, with no problem tagging them on Twitter, all this. But it needs to be cleaned up. It needs to be fixed, because you have to give all the creators on this platform the same respect. That's just it. We just want you to fix the issues. So, as I said, if you're a bigger creator, small creator, whatever, take the time to give the proper etiquette for these creators that are coming up with these amazing readathons. I mean, like, there's so many creative people, there's so many things that people are coming up with, and just like the graphics, the effects, the ideas, the questions on their tags, everything, stuff like that. It's so important that you give them recognition. And one of the best examples that I have is, I think it's the unpopular opinion book tag. Was originally created by a booktuber that is not as large as other booktubers, but because she was not given the proper recognition, her platform didn't really grow. I know she was off of BookTube for a while, but the unpopular opinion book tag is something that literally almost everyone has done, and there's no reason why her tag should not have made her community grow. I think her name is the Book Archer. Because a lot of people don't give the proper recognition or whatever. Some people do, some people don't, but at the end of the day, it needs to be cleaned up, it needs to be fixed. That's just what it is. Okay, this video should be short. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to say, make sure you give all the creators the love they deserve, and make sure you help these people grow on every platform. I just feel like we're all trying to come together as a community and make sure everyone grows together. So just clean up that etiquette, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. You can't see how dramatic my little cape is, but it's so cute. But, you know, it's out of frame, so it's fine. But thank you guys so much for watching. Always remember, read a book, keep your life interesting, and I will see you next time. Bye.